Hello, viewers. Welcome back to another engaging episode of Manager's Mantra, where we connect with industry leaders who are shaping the future of business management. Today, we have with us Hastimal Jangid, co founder of RankRabbit.ai and a founding member of Coozmoo, an AI powered internet marketing firm. With more than 50 years of experience in cloud, AI, data platforms, and digital transformation, he's focused on one big question: how do brands stay visible when customers ask ChatGPT LLMs instead of Google? Hastimal brings a blend of deep technical engineering, fintech, and cloud expertise, research and community builder background, public speaking skills, and a founder's instinct for commercial impact. Without waiting further, let's jump right into this insightful discussion.
Hi, Hastimal. A very good evening from India, and thank you so much for joining in today for this new session of Manager's Mantra by BSmart Business Standard. We really hope this will be a great conversation with you.
Hey, thank you, Abhishek. Thank you for having me here. It's my pleasure.
So, without making you wait, let us start discussing the questions, Hastimal. My first question today for you is, you have built your career across cloud engineering, big data, AI, digital marketing. Now, what inspired this multidisciplinary journey, and how has it shaped your leadership style?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. So when I was in more technical roles of cloud data, everything was gathering toward coming on AI side. And as I saw some opportunity that, hey, small businesses are growing in a difficult direction. So we came with idea, okay, let's have collaboration together and build something for the small businesses. That that was one motivation for SMBs to grow better. So thing came after working 15 years some in industry IT. Hey, let's have some leadership role where you can build your own company and grow better in terms of community, better in terms of entrepreneurship, better in terms of the user or reputation as well, where we can bring back to society. So that helps us, help me especially to think about the company and grow in a different direction where it could help um, communities better.
Thank you so much, Hastimal. My next question to you is, how do you see platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity changing consumer discovery and purchase behavior over the next 3 to 5 years?
Yep, we see a lot. I myself started using more LLM-based search than Google or traditional searches. So what's in the past we used to see, the user intention was we had time. Now we don't have pretty much time. We try to narrow down that, hey, is there any summarized way of doing that or better way of getting answer? So we try to get in general, users are now trying to get more situational based summary search in internet, and that's how people are trying to use more chat gpt, and that's helping and instead of getting 10 blue lines on google search or any yahoo search, they get they try to see more summarized way, and that's how you ChatGPT, Perplexity, all the LLM-based search engines, they are giving answer in very short, summary way. And plus, it's more authentic as well because they justify some of their parameters. They do see reviews of people. They see how the authentic business is, and then that summary goes to end users. So it's growing very well if you see where it was versus where it's now. So I feel like we did not think of how it will be. Maybe we did not have expectation, but the way how it's growing is really more than expected, and it's gonna grow more and more because at the end of the day, people will not have time and they want to get the summarized answer, and LLM based search is doing great in that.
Thank you so much, Hastimal. Hastimal, we know how AI has disrupted industries. But then, as AI is being leveraged and used more and more, what's your view on getting more accidentally wrong answers in AI search?
I think that's we see that kind of problem more often asked by consumers as well, more often asked by business owners. I think I think I consider myself AI is not taking anybody's biased answer. They have multiple sources, reviews, how the authentic citation is when it's being referred on the search engine, how the reputation of that business is, how much people are talking in whole internet as a negative thing or positive thing. So it's not only one parameter where AI search is, or where LLM search is taking the parameters and giving answer to users. It's there are multiple parameters, right? So it's very less likely chances, and even there is a problem of this giving wrong citation or so. It doesn't check only one. Since there are multiple, it has very less chances compared to what we could think of. If I ask question to human, they may do some error, because at that time what the situation is of that person, when it's replying, what whether that person understood the question properly or not. Since it's a human, it could do mistake. Here it's a machine. It's a superpower, I would say. So it's very less likely chances, but there are mistakes that AI could do. And as the time is going on, it's changing its way. Models are increasing their performance, their accuracy. So time will come where AI will give really narrowed down 100% pretty much accuracy, and that's how we have been seeing in the last 2 years. So obviously, in short, I think it's very less likely chances to any recommendation for AI search coming as a wrong or very wrong answer.
So, as AI generated content becomes mainstream, how do you think can brands maintain authenticity and trust while scaling content production? Because there can be a concern about, limiting creativity and all of that.
Yep, do agree on that. For example, content is being more created by AIs now than human created. But down the line, if you see, um, if there are certain checks done by all the search as well, search engines. So if you see down the line that if content is produced by a highly quality website, we still there are trust factor based on how the search engine look into. They see some of the parameters on the search, EAT score, reputation score, authorship, author's reputation as well. Most of the parameters are there now. In technical world, they call it schema parameter. So from there, we see that um, authenticity of any blog or any article that is being published still will be living there. AI is going to help grow better in terms of content community, but it's not going to reduce the authenticity. That's what we see as well. There are thousands of content writing tool. We do have our own, but it helps write better content. Doesn't mean it reduces the authenticity, or um, at some point when we scale, it reduces the quality. We don't see that way.
So, Hastimal, without an iota of doubt, we can say that, artificial intelligence is the buzzword today. And but then equally, building an AI startup today is both exciting and can be challenging. So, what have been the biggest lessons you have learned while scaling RankRabbit AI?
Yep. I think we see that most of the startups um, are in AI are trying their best going into direction, but on other hand, they should think some how without AI it's being performed. For us, the positive part was positive part is we were running service-based company, Coozmoo Digital Solution, and then we pivoted our business into the direction of having SaaS-based RankRabbit AI. So we already proved our technology, our SOPs in terms of services business. Now we pivoted that into AI-based SaaS. So for us, the market idea or the technology or making sure the POC work in AI was not the challenging problem, because we have been doing this already, and we have very happily customer satisfied. We know how to rank in AI search. We know how to rank in social as well. So we have been doing this. We were excellent in our SOPs. We know how to get those things done get those ranking done, get the visibility done in AI. Now when we pivoted this business in AI, say based SaaS platform, we have been using behind the code. We have been using the same technology, same approach. So for us, getting results or making sure that POC work never been challenged. It's all already proved in terms of services. People who are struggling, I do see that since they have, sometime if they have the less background on the POC, they um, try to make changes in that. If they are less background on the niche, they try to make sure that it niche work, make sure that POC work, then they leverage their capabilities on the AI SaaS platform. I see if somebody today, I would say as a recommendation, if somebody is trying to achieve AI based SaaS, first they should think how they should do manually without AI. If they know how to do this manually without AI, they can leverage AI tool to make sure it goes into the direction where people are. The tool is doing exactly the thing where people are looking for. It goes to the right direction.
So thank you so much, Hastimal. Hastimal, as you know, there will be a lot of management graduates across different B schools in India watching this interaction. And, a lot of MBA graduates, they often tend to work and aspire to work in technology-led companies. But then, they also have to prepare themselves to work there, to come out with flying colors. uh, it's easy to dream, but then it's very difficult to nurture and shape that dream. Now, how much of technical expertise is needed for those roles, and which skills are becoming more valuable than merely tech expertise?
I think I love this question. So if you today, if you want to build a startup in AI world, you literally don't need a technical skill much. You can, if you know how to use Chat GPT by a pro version, if you know how to use Claude by this one, you should know what to be used for that. For example, you can do research with say Perplexity, try to take that research and put into Claude, or there are other platform as well. You know, if you know how, if you know what exactly you're looking for, just give the same idea to any AI engine. In it's maybe $30 a month to get the pro version, get that thing set up, and then try to buy one or two customers. Try to push yourself into the very POC mode. Make sure it work end to end. Try to buy one or two customer. First hit three customer, two, three customer, and then try to see is it working really well. If you know that answer that it's working well, take the customer's feedback. Initial 10 feedback is excellent. Take the feedback, go further. It's very easy to work. You don't need a CTO at the beginning. If you want to do CTO, try to make company a little bit bigger, and then try to take the CTO role. And in case if you are two people, then sure, you can start from the beginning as a what will be the responsibility from management side, what will be responsibility from technical side. If a management graduate is coming, they have different ideas. What to build is a is sky limit, because you come with idea and try to push your idea into any of the AI engine. You get that startup POC done. And as you are done there, that time you can think of how do I scale it? How do I make from 3 to 10 customers to maybe 100 customers? And initially try to offer all kind of tactics into sales. Don't even you're making not making any revenue, that's fine, but make sure your product is working as expected. So try to push yourself in a direction where your main goal at the beginning is to get more feedback from early customer acquisition, not selling perspective. We have been doing this. We since for us it was easy because we were running the SaaS service company, and we have to pivot the business into SaaS side. Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Hastimal. So before we end up the session, let us address the last question of the session. Hastimal, with changing times, the expectations from management professionals have changed a lot. Today, probably they have to live life in a lot difficult world, a fast, rapidly changing world, and maybe burdened with a lot of expectations. Now, we also know that a lot of management professionals they don't have that engineering background. So, how important is it for the management professionals to understand artificial intelligence and data, even if they don't come from an engineering background?
Yep, I think this is related to the previous question somehow, but even they are not coming with engineering background, that's fine. As said, you know, whatever you think, it's easy to build now in AI world. So and first start if you're thinking 10 features in that product, first start one feature. And now there are certain tools where certain you know um, um, like MVP product where you need maybe 10 products. That's fine. And that in that case you don't have to release all the features of one product. You can release one two features, maybe up to 4 5 features, and then good to go. In that MVP, your main goal is to make sure that you hit the requirement of a end user end to end. Doesn't You don't have to solve 10 problems together in that particular module or particular feature. If you're solving 4 problem, max 3 to 4 problem, that's fine. So having engineering role helps, but it's not a required for entrepreneur, for a business owner to take decision, because end of the day, the business person is going to decide what the product should look like. It's not the technical team, they decide what the product should look like. So I feel engineering background helps a little bit, but sometimes it confuses too. So better not having, and having a fresh idea, asking to AI will give better results, at least in terms of MVP. And then when you grow a little bit bigger, you can think of having engineering person helping you, or having a team in leadership, maybe CTO role, or maybe different technical person that helps.
Thank you so much, Hastimal. So, with that, we come to the end of the conversation. We really hope that it would be loved by all the viewers who will be watching this interaction. Thank you for taking out your time and talking to us today. And we are really hopeful to stay in touch with you and have you again in any of the other sessions of BSmart Business Standard.
Thank you so much. I loved conversation. It was a really nice talking with you. We will talk again. Thank you, Abhishek.
So that's a wrap on this episode of Manager's Mantra. Thank you, Hastimal, for sharing your rich experience and providing career tips to the B Schoolers. Be Smart viewers, we hope you found this conversation helpful. Share your thoughts with us at bsmart.edit@bsml.in. Follow us on LinkedIn and Instagram for more such insightful and inspiring content. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.